What's up, Wellness Warriors? Okay, so another Facebook Live. So excited to be here. And thank you so much for all your comments and all your likes and shares. It's been fantastic. And today we're going to talk about pillows. It's a common question we get here in the practice almost every single day. So I wanted to share some of my opinions and advice on some of the best practices to use with pillows. So before I do that, I'm Dr. Andrew Smith from the Head and Neck Centers of Excellence, and we're here to talk about pillows, the best positions. Now, there's lots of different positions, of course, to sleep in. There is different brands of pillows. There's different shapes of pillows. Obviously, there's size and shape of people are all different. So I'm going to kind of talk generally today. Obviously, if someone has health issues or spinal issues or is recovering from surgery or injuries, some of this has to be altered and examined by a doctor. But let's talk some general practices when it comes to your pillows and what you should be expecting. So the best advice that I have found that is for people is to, number one, sleep on your back. Your back is the best position to sleep in, and the reason is because it kind of relaxes the muscle tissue in your spine and kind of keeps your body in what we call neutral, so the muscles are not working throughout the evening. If you're sleeping, 3, 4, 5, if you're blessed and you're like a 7-8 hour sleeper, you want to make sure that you're in the best position possible. So when it comes to position on your back is the best. And before I talk about the pillow, what's also a fantastic thing to do is to keep your knees slightly bent, almost like you have maybe a pillow or a pad or something under your knees to help keep them bent. And the reason is because you have a natural curvature in your spine. We call it a lordotic curve. And when you bend your knees, it kind of flattens your back a little bit. And when you're on your back and your back's a little flatter, your mattress can then do its job and support your spine to make sure you don't have any problems in that area as well for all those back pain sufferers. So it's real important. Maybe you want to keep the knees up. And when it comes to pillows, what I like to recommend is a pillow that has two really important features. One, it's contoured on the one side, but yet completely flat on the other. And I like that because it basically accommodates a lot of different positions and sizes of a person and what they might get into in the middle of the night. So I like it's like 3 or 4 pillows in one. So if you can go find a pillow that is contoured on one end and flat on the other is probably your best use of a pillow. So if you're sleeping on your back, what I like to do is I like to make sure that I'm sleeping on the contoured side. And the reason is because the lip right here will kind of bridge the neck a little bit. And then the fulcrum, the divot here, will kind of have enough so this part of your head doesn't flatten out or extend too high, and it will rest right in the center. But a common mistake I see is that a lot of folks don't have these really long necks. And if you don't have a long neck, you kind of want to sleep not on this thicker side, but you want to kind of use this thinner side here. You'll probably get a much better support, again, so the crown of your head can kind of rest in this kind of flat, this divot area right here, keeping your head neutral. And the key terminology I want you to remember through all of this pillow talk is neutral. You don't want to sleep with your head too far high or too far flexed forward. You want to try to keep your spine kind of straight and neutral, and that's the purpose of these type of pillows. Now, the second best position to sleep in is on your side. So I like to go onto the flat surface to sleep on the side, and the typical reason why is because the distance between your shoulder and your ear usually is supported by this part of the pillow, and then your head can comfortably rest straight in this part. So if you have a real long neck this way, obviously you may even want to use the contour side, but for most of us, it's a nice, good, broad idea to sleep on the flat surface when you're on your side. And again, the goal is to keep your body neutral, meaning your chin should stay pretty much on top of the sternum and not laterally bend one way or flex too much. So if you're going to lay on a pillow, you should have the pillow basically resting like this so your head is neutral and not dipped in or too far out. Some people even tell me, well, I don't even use a pillow. And that sometimes could really cause major problems in the spine as well. Again, if you're a side sleeper, knees drawn in a little bit, and even perhaps a pillow in between your knees to keep your legs kind of hip width apart. Again, idea being to keep balance neutral and to not let your muscles and ligaments and joints kind of stress during the nighttime hours. And finally, the worst position that I have found for people to sleep in are you stomach sleepers. I used to joke with people and say, hey, if you sleep on your stomach, your stomach's going to get bigger. And they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. But the real reason to not sleep on your stomach is because if you have to sleep on your stomach, of course, you have to turn your head to breathe. And if you have the wrong pillow, you're kind of like this for like 6, 7, 8 hours. How you doing? Right? No bueno. So you want to make sure that you're kind of as straight as possible. And when you're on your stomach, it's the least best position for the spine. So if you have issues waking up with joint pain and stiffness, sometimes the right pillow can really make a difference in a good quality night's sleep so your body can be healthy and full of vitality and do all the things in life that you want to do. So again, this is talking a little bit about pillows. If you like some of the information, hey, feel free to like it. You can share this information if you know somebody who might be suffering this. Some groups I know have a lot of issues with sleeping, and also for those of you who know people, you may want to tag them in on this video as well. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to PM me. Any other situations with your questions about pillows, more than happy to answer those. Again, have an awesome, awesome week. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next week with another Facebook Live. Take care. Bye-bye.